Hello, and welcome back to some programming. Yay. I'm sure everyone's so fucking excited for programming. Let's see, why is this not working? God damn it. That's not what it is. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to get the music thing working again. As per usual, it's broken. Wait, why is it disabled? Oh my god. Okay, and then that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, this is getting annoying. Vibing to whatever the song is. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? The music's fine. It's the display of it. Also, yeah, no, I've got live chat on. Don't worry. I can see chat fully. I also need to do the Twitter thing. Good lord. This morning is rough because it was one of those, like, I woke up at my alarm, which is very, very rare that I do that. I'm a VTuber now. Fuck yeah. No. I do think that VTubing is a medium that is very understood. Like, a lot of people fail to understand it, and how easy it would probably be for people to actually get into it if they knew what it meant. I think I've talked about it before, right? One of the things I find absolutely hysterical about the VTuber community. You want to know what the true failure that most VTubers starting out have is that it means that, like, being a VTuber, spending all that money to get the VTuber model means that they're just going to get immediate views, and, like, all the content problems that they'll ever have are done. Like, they don't need to worry. So no, to surprisingly enough, to be an interesting content creator, you need to be an interesting content creator. I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying the fact that, like, I've managed to get as much as I have in almost a passive way of doing it should say something. Not a VTuber. There's just a dog VTuber model that you use. Yeah. It's good. Still making the Java version of your game. Well, I mean, you're gonna probably be making that for fucking years, in Java. God damn it, I thought that was all I needed. Is the last FM. Does not support this website, has access to the site. Yeah, it's fucking YouTube Music. You fucking did it before. Fine. You found emojis. Oh god. Am I gonna have to start talking to people in hieroglyphics again? I'm just gonna refresh this. His emote, he'll be in every stream now. Fair enough. No, that's not what I'm telling you to look at. Damn, I'm gonna feel real fucking shit if I can't get this working. I've told it to force recognition too. I'm just gonna skip to the next song. Okay, so that is recognized, definitely. Okay. Shut up, Xbox. You know, I hope everyone's having a great time so far. Sorry, I hate the sound system I have because it's so scuffed at the best of times. And I have no answers other than I just keep clicking buttons. Finally. Okay, I've got confirmation there that that is working. And now I just need to refresh the cache here. Hey, hopefully that stays working for the rest of the stream because sometimes I notice it breaks. All right. So, oh fuck no. Also, you'll notice that the light is a bit lower today, just because I had a really massive headache yesterday, and it's still not gone. So I apologize, but you're gonna have to deal with me in the darkness a little bit, and I'll try not to be extra cranky as well. So, what do I need to work on at this point? Let's launch the game and see what it is. Is there anything I need to have active development on right at the moment? Other than the boss, I guess. Boss needs some active development. Ooh. That's sticking, but I think that's external to the game. Why is it having such a hard time? Ooh. That gap is not great. I'm gonna have to notify my mate about that. I'm sure he knows. I'll close that actually, because we should probably launch in debug mode. My favorite video game. Coding a rip-off game of 2 games at once, Jesus. I don't know if I like that. That's a bit of a call out that I'm not happy about. Again, I'm not trying to rip off any game, I'm trying to do inspired by is the wording I'd like to use. Okay. Oh, I know why that's happening. I fixed it in my other project. And the ability for me to give you money nowadays will cause you pain. I mean, fun fact, YouTube's finally rolled out to my country the reduced thing for memberships and super chats. And what I will actually state with that is if y'all can bump my watch hours up by like I think it's, I can show it later, but it need to be bumped up quite a bit. It actually will be available because I have everything else done for it. So it wouldn't actually be that obscene to do. In fact, I'm thinking over the weekend, when I have the free time, I might bump up those numbers a little bit in a synthetic way that I know about. Because I just want to see if I can get to it. If I can get to it, I'll be happy. It'll be funny. I'd like the idea of being monetized. It'd be cool. And poor fuck off. I mean, I'm not saying it. Look, I stand by. The day I'm allowed to actually get money off people, it is an option, no more. It'd be appreciated, mind you, but like, it is an option because yeah. Ooh, X-Kid. Ah. It is almost Halloween, true. This is what, next Tuesday? On OF instead of YouTube. What's OF? Oh, no, I got there. Okay, don't worry, I got there. Show my old man energy there for a moment. Hey, someone told me I should go over there as well, so you know. Okay, so I was going to do, yeah, I'm seeing one of the things, I'm reminded of one of the things I wanted to do. Oh, I died. Preserved. God damn it, Roger. Good old did coming in. God, that gap stuff needs to be worked on, like, super badly. But I had disposable income and then I remembered. Goddamn. Fuck, I wish I could do that. Let's see, I mean, at this point in time, right, I've said this before, any money I get from the stream goes straight back to the stream until the stream setup's at a state where I'm like, yep, nah, we're cool. And the first thing is like the VTuber model, then next thing is the getting a laptop. Then like post that it's getting a little other, a couple of other peripherals. Because again, I've actually got a really good setup because I justify a lot of my mouse still OP. From what I've actually heard, no, she's actually pretty middle of the line with stuff. In fact, I've heard Aura is stronger even though she doesn't even have a equip thing. It's just because she starts with one of the best weapons in the game. I'm just doing it for dev testing because I know how to play with mouse. I'm just, again, like, if you look at the bottom, you'll see there's a bunch of numbers moving around. That's because I'm actually just testing the profiling of the game at the moment, seeing if there's any adjustments I can see inside of that I should be working on. Press Alt F4 to pay for his true. I run on Spite, yep. One of them pumpkin picking places. A farm? A garden? Oh, yeah, I don't know. There is a pumpkin patch there. Oh, sorry, I was thinking on the grander scale of things, yeah. Come on, can't forget the pumpkin patch kids. Y'all remember those? Okay, we've played for a good enough time, so I've seen roughly... Oh, Reflect doesn't have a safety net. I'll need to fix that. Yeah, what is this, like, Dark Souls-esque boss music? Okay, so the draw UI is currently taking the merge, then enemy parent draw, then enemy parent collision on to other enemy parents. That's not too surprising. Controller main. Okay, so far this is looking actually fine. Right. So, again, so profiling, to describe it best, is basically just checking what is using the most resources, percentage-wise and all that sort of stuff, and how many calls there are to it, yada, yada, yada. My stream keeps cutting out. I'm not noticing it on my end. So... You're being a wannabe for Halloween? Not depressed. It's the scariest thing I can think of. A shower. Fuck. What do you want, cat? Come here. Do you want up? Yeah. It's not gonna be as fun as you think it's gonna be. Because I'm streaming. Cat wants attention. She's been real desperate the last couple of days. Look, wait till tonight. That's when I do my fucking fish and chips and drink session, and you can join me then, okay? Yeah, fucking Jesus. God, you careful, you old girl. A battery listed at 2%. Oh my god, that would actually be a fucking horror show. Okay, so, yeah, I need to just add that to that. Okay, and then... Oh, it's still technically running. Yeah. All right, let's see. How many people do you know that like Yu-Gi-Oh? Honestly, it's one of those things, right, where like Yu-Gi-Oh to young kids must seem like such an amazing time, and I feel so shit for like feeling like all I can say towards it is like, man, I'd love to play that game if it wasn't for the fact that like it actually seems like I'm gonna have a fucking... It looks too much for me to try and understand at this stage. Right? Like, you're talking to someone that would absolutely adore making something like an Exodia deck. But then I look at the synchro decks and I actually feel like I'm having, like, my brain's just going, what the fuck is even going on at this point? A full deck of Dragon Maze and it's great somehow. Like, see, that's the sort of shit I would probably do, because I've seen how I play Hearthstone. I liked playing stupid silly shit and like control decks and stuff like that are a hot fucking Luigi. You mean just Luigi? That just sounds like Luigi to me, man. All right, let's see, synchro decks suck. Me using synchro decks. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Is like I look at the synchro decks and they seem a lot more of like what I see in general. And I'm not saying that that's every single game has that, right? But I'm definitely going to stress that like that hurts my soul seeing like that shit constantly. Been watching the Netflix League of Legends series. Fucking Arcane's good, man. I still think it's a phenomenal series and a great example of like when a company has too much money and they just go, you know what, we're gonna throw it at a cool project. Draxic, Phantom, Spiral, Merciless, and they aren't there aren't any meta synchro decks since 2015. Like, again, I won't dispute that, but like I will also like Like, one of the other decks I saw in recent times was like, it was an Oni deck or something like that, where it's like all about creating a difference in, like, you lower your own HP, or your own LP, sorry, or whatever the fuck it's called, below the other player, and then basically OTK them. And that's, again, like, that looked very much the same as what a synchro deck looked like. It's just like, oh, I play a bunch of cards, I summon a bunch of shit out, then I have like this OP card that can't be affected by any other card because there's a health difference. And now I can like infinitely draw and the game's over the like moment I can attack. Like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, there's probably like a sense of maybe bias because of some of the people I have seen playing the game, but like most games in Yu-Gi-Oh look like they go to turn 4, maybe turn 5 if you're lucky, and each turn takes multiple minutes. Some places where I live have milk in bags. Yes, that's quite common in a couple of countries, but like anywhere else in the world, it's like, what the fuck? I know there's like Canada does it a lot. Get beaten up by Funny Dinosaur, yeah. One doors by making them take turns for solid amount of time, yeah. Like, that's the thing, right? I'm not saying the game's bad, I'm just saying that, like, at this late stage of the game, the things that I would enjoy the most, I would need so much game knowledge to be able to accomplish that it's not worth my time to catch up, if that makes sense. And like, that's not, again, that's not a thing of, oh, I blame Yu-Gi-Oh for that. No, I don't. I can accept that that's technically a fault on my end. That I should just, like, fucking stop complaining and learn if I wanted to. But I do like that idea, Roger. That's something that I've done as well. But like, this is what I was about to say. It's like, I do this shit in Hearthstone. I don't play it at the moment, but like, I play a lot of Hearthstone like that. In fact, my decks are very outdated. Shall we? Okay, this is the benefit of like the programming streams. I'm gonna save, and then I'm going to launch the Blizzard app. And builds themselves around a card that heals instead of damages both players and gains attack with every turn. So I counted them a time. I like that. Right, so again, I'm gonna pull up Hearthstone, and I'm gonna stress my decks are extremely outdated. I have to update, don't I? I'll switch to might be back. All good, all good. Again, it's not on my end from what I can tell, so it's likely the Blizzard client needs an update, isn't it? Into the walls I go. Good. Restart the application to... Yeah, restart now. I had to double check that it's the application and not my computer, that I was just telling it to restart. That would have been fucking horrific. It's like, oh yeah, it's just midstream. Restart computer. Oh, that reminds me. So I've been playing City Skylines, right? My computer does not like it. If I'm doing anything other than City Skylines, I don't know if this is even then, But if I'm doing anything other than City Skylines, it actually just full kills my computer from time to time. Like, it just absolutely dumpsters it. So it fully just turns the computer off and sets a restart cycle going. Also, my music stopped. Where's my music stopped? Here we go. God damn it, fucking Hearthstone taking ages to update so I can even show what I was talking about. Like, I just want to show the decks that I had. Oh, I also realized there's going to be a bunch of pop-ups on there or some shit because, like, I haven't launched the game in ages. Because while I don't play the game basically ever, I do still accept the packs from, like, the Prime Gaming and shit. Just to spite it. I've never put money into Hearthstone again, probably. Unless I, like, really heavily get back into it. Unless I become a Hearthstone YouTuber. Which, I'm gonna be honest, that community looks horrendous. Oh, looks like Cat wants out. Just a sec. While the game's launching. Oh. Oy. Game's having a bit of a hitch. Oh, hello, Firestone. It's been a fucking hot minute. I forget you launch whenever I launch Hearthstone. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually play in September, but sure. Oh god, bunch of card changes. Bro, they're buffing my boy Tyrion. Let's go. I heard about some of these. Yeah, fuck you, Flurgle. Getting fucked up, and so does Scargirl. I can't remember what the change was to that one, though. That was the good, cool one. Lord Jirax is getting buffed. Fuck you, Spirit of the Frog. Okay. I want to ask the Yu-Gi-Oh players in the chat. Here's a question to y'all. Do you think this card is busted? So how a landmark works is you play it for the initial mana, and then you're able to click on it, and then after 2 turns you're able to click on it again, and you're able to click on it as many times as there is durability. Do you think this card is good or bad? Knowing that it used to be, this used to be 2 and this used to be 3. So that's a call out to Pastel and to Roger. If you're still here. And not having internet issues, which seems to be a common occurrence today.
Just listen what's called the years, the word of the guy who was hated by the god of failure. Just lean.
I'll come back to it in a bit if they're not here though. Let's see, why did they bring it back down to 9? I like the idea of it being 15. That's cool. Oh shit, what? Oh, they completely reworked it, that's why. I don't know how I feel about that. This minion gains immune. That is terrible. What? That removes the entire cool thing about that card. Okay. Battle cry. Replace your deck with a copy of your opponent's finale. Draw a card. Okay, well that changed Tony from being that toxic thing that was before, I guess. Summon a beast and elemental from your deck. Okay. What? I already had that. Okay. Okay, but it... Stop with the popper. Stop with the fucking popper. Stop with the fucking pop. We done? Alright. Now I can actually show the decks that I had. So this was a wild meta deck with that one card. This is probably still like decent. Not great, but decent. Especially since Tiny Knight got fucking nerfed. I hated playing that. What's a good example of... What was this one? And that was one of my boring ones. Yeah, this was the more of the boring one. It's probably still okay. No, this deck here is an example of the shit that I like to do. So what this is called Stockholm Syndrome. If this deck gets to the point where it's like activated correctly, this deck can't... Nobody can win. It's either you choose to lose or you choose to tie. I can choose to win the game if I really wanted to, but that's not the idea behind this. So what happens is okay, I will explain what one part of it, what it does, and why I absolutely love it. And then I'm going to explain another part of it, which makes it so fucking great. So this deck has a lot of armor gain. So there's this one here, good old 4 to each. So both players get a bit of armor. Then there's this carried one here, which is if you control a frozen minion, gain 8 armor. And then I have this one, which freezes all minions. So it means you're constantly freezing everything on the board. And because it's a Shuttle Walk deck with duplication, coming from this card, you're repeating this constantly, right? So you're getting a lot of armor, like a lot of armor. There's also played a beetle with the Undertaker. What? You think you can fight me? Good old guy, right? And so you've got that massive amount of control. Then you've got bouncers, then you've got Lothid, so they can't fucking play spells. Then you've got targeted draw, so you don't accidentally kill yourself with drawing fatigue. Then you've also got like counters, so they can't play certain minions. It's great. New game project card game. No, I'm showing off a Hearthstone deck as requested. You've also got extra health for it. So far you see that I keep myself alive and kind of the opponent alive really, really well with this deck. The best part of this deck comes in with this card. So this shuffles 2/1/1 Albatrosses into your opponent's deck. Then with Undertaker gaining the with a battle cry gaining death rattles that you've played, and I only have 3, which is 2 plated beetles and 1 bad luck albatross. And then Shutterwalk repeating that means that I fill their deck with 1/1 albatrosses. So they can never die of fatigue, and I can't die of it either because I'm getting so much armor that fatigue will never kill me. So that's the point of this deck and why I absolutely love it, because it means nobody, unless I choose to try and end the game with something like an Astalor, which, to give it whoops. If I open up here, you'll see that he produces Astalor Protector, gives you Flamebringer. So I can finish the game with this dude if I really want to. Or I could just let the game go infinite. This deck is designed that if I want to go to the like max turn timer, I can. And that is the best part of this deck, because it's all about controlling the opponent to a point where they cannot play the video game. Hence why it's called Stockholm Syndrome. It's a great deck. Love that deck. Then Cthulhu, because funny. And yes, my other combo deck I love. I don't know how good this is now since this dude got changed. So it would be next 3 minions. So would it still be possible? So double up. 1. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it's still possible to do this. It just means that the like follow-up is probably weaker. So anyway, the idea of this deck is you play this dude, Brian's Bronbeard. W battle cry. Get this, get a bit of armor. You need to do a lot of armor game beforehand. So it means that next minions you play cost armor instead of mana. Then you play this dude, which means he deals 8 damage to the opponent's face. And then you play this dude, which means that you've got 1, 2, and then itself, so 3 minions with 7 health. So then you deal 14 damage because it's doubled. So you're dealt 22 damage, and then you play a second one, which means that you deal, was it 36? Which, under most situations, should kill your opponent. It's really fun. It means that you never have to attack the enemy unless they're going thing. And then I've also got this as a follow-up if I must. And to get there, you have stuff like Guff. I do think there is room for improvement on this, especially with some of the more newer cards. But this is fun, especially knowing this card got nerfed. Because this used to be Death Rattle, give you 10 mana crystals. Or gain 10 mana crystals. Instead now it's refresh your mana crystals, which makes it really shit. Honestly, it should probably be cut for the Titan, I think it is. Titan might actually make this deck kind of a bit more feasible. Because you're all about Floop's Gloop is how you do like a lot of silliness. Because you do Floop's Gloop and then you use cards like Flipper Friends where you spawn 6 little 1/1s on the board for 5 mana. So it means that you generate a positive amount of mana. This one generates 7 for 7, but obviously when you kill the opponent's one, that also counts, so you're getting a lot of mana. It's great. Anyway, that was me showing off the funny decks that I played a lot of. I also had Mechathune decks, but Mechathune got completely gutted several times over. But yeah, that's how I play card games, and that's why I say I would probably struggle to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If I did. Because to play meme decks, you need to have a lot of game knowledge. And that's something the amount of time to get game knowledge in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sounds like it's gonna, like, it actually cause more damage to my brain than I've already done. Like, I already remember like, there was a point in time where you could literally name a Pokedex entry for, like, certain Pokemon games, or the Universal Pokedex, and I would be able to tell you what Pokemon it was, what their stats were, and what moves that they could learn. I can't do that as well anymore. I think it was for the first 2 generations, maybe 3. I think I can't remember all of 3. But I could definitely do it for the first 2 generations. For a long, long time. And nowadays I look at Pokemon and I'm just like, what the fuck's this? The fuck is that? That's why I kind of want to do a playthrough again. Or actually finish a playthrough of the new game. Because I played a lot of Legends Arceus. I think I played that to near completion. And that game was so good, man. And then, like, the new game comes out and it's actually just worse than that. It made me so fucking sad. It's like, yes, the mainline developer for this literally did worse than a fucking outsourced one. Especially on a console that, like, you see Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on, where you're like, open world should not be this bad. I'm down for an open world Pokemon game like that, because that's how I always thought it. Like, okay, hot take, I feel like that's always what they intended with Pokemon, but they were just limited by the resources of their time. Like, Legends Arceus is almost the peak of what I think a Pokemon game has always intended to try and be. Okay, so some enemy stuff I do want to think about. So I need to implement the here. Is there a way to... Can I check if something is deactivated? Instance deactivate region. Oh, I want to look into this more. Can I set it? Because, like, the way it was worded, I want to say, can I set it to be all instances outside the region are deactivated? Okay, I could actually set that up. Deactivating instances. Is there a way to detect if it's deactivated though? It would be a variable that holds the ID of all of the deactivated instances. Deactivated instance effectively ceases to exist in the game, but individual instances can have their variables accessed. You cannot use with object or with instance, however, but rather you must access the instance directly by using a unique ID in the following form. In the above example, inst would be a variable that holds the ID of the deactivated instance. This is the only way that a deactivated instance can be referenced without it being activated previously. Okay. I wonder. So, can I make because instance count is how many of an instance there is, right? With this read-only variable, you can get the count of all active instances that are in the room. Can I... Can I get of a specific type? So first I should do what is the thing again? It's be a thing in here as an example point. Got that. And for the mouse, point in rectangle. So Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. Okay. What I'm doing, I should just fucking copy and paste all of this. So, what if I phrase it as in here again? Okay. So this should have if. Oh no, it should just be as simple as do that for now. Okay, and then okay, it won't but it won't stop buffering, so I'm having to see gonna see you tomorrow. I mean, I'm not streaming tomorrow, but it's sad to hear that that is the case. But fixes in the future. But yeah, no, it's I'm sorry to say, yeah, it's not on my end, so I can't do anything about it. So yeah, we've got weekend tomorrow. Ugh. Sorry, so I should probably explain what I'm doing right now. So what I'm basically setting up is a system where it's going to delete anything that's outside of the range. So instead of deactivating, I'm going to delete it, which is a lot more intensive, but it's going to mean that I have a lot better overall cleanup, because it means I can also implement something else. Without fear. Okay, so now I just need to have a check. That's right, I just wrote it as Golden Dragon because I'm an idiot. Okay, so then that means I'm going to then, from this point, disable this and disable these. So, again, what this should do is it should clear up enemies on the that's too far away. Okay, there we go. So, hopefully, this shouldn't result in any... Oh, whoops. I just realized it's not going to work. Well, it's going to run, but it's not going to do what I want it to do. Oh, well, it's not going to cleanly finish off where I want it to finish off. Wait a minute. I think I noticed another thing. Give me a sec. No, that's correct. I'm stupid. I would have given that as a compile error if that was the case. Sorry, brain going brr. No, that seemed to work. Yes, because I should have not even touched that. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the debug console as well for another bug that we've had. I'm trying to also fix. See, just buff that up. Good lord. Sorry, I know this is probably quite a bit boring at this point because I am just doing like some generic testing. So now if I run back down here, there should be a lot less. Yeah, there's a lot less. Remind me to also lower the Dullahan's movement speed. I keep forgetting to do that. It's just really, really frustrating the way it has to move around and shit. Okay. God, Infernal Contract. Yeah, no, Infernal Contract's a bit fucking scuffed, isn't it? Alright, so I kind of got to test a little bit of that. I still don't see when the error occurs where, like, players are becoming invulnerable. I'm wondering if it is just because, like, if it was just with, Satanic Resilience and Chemtrait, then I could make the argument that it's like, oh, well, it's just because, you're healing too much. That, you're healing enough and the damage reduction is enough that, like, the damage is never really getting to you. Because, like, that's what this 0 and 1 is. This is the output of, like, when you can't take damage and when you can take damage. That's why it's getting spammed constantly. And there's just no discrepancies with that. That's why, like, that one's so weird to me, in a sense. Oh, sorry. But that system is good. That worked. An improvement. So I want to go quickly look something up. I know this stream's probably not as interesting as last week's because we're not doing the VTuber stuff as well, and I do apologize that, like, again, the progress on this game is slow as hell at this point, and it's going to continue being slow as hell. I cannot stress enough that, like, while I'm doing my crunch for the end of semester, this is the only time I have to work on this every week. And it's not a lot. So I'm just gonna look at some stat things. I think the cat wants back in. Sorry, just a sec. Okay. So that's not even consistent, which is fine. That's what I expected. Okay, sorry. So what I'm thinking about now is because, like, so at the moment, come here, what I'm thinking about at the moment is how a lot of these weapons are not actually upgrading in a way I want them to long term. So a lot of them are just damage, duration, damage, amount, duration, damage, and an amount, right? For that one. And then for the Sacred Storm, it's damage, rotation speed, damage, area, duration, rotation speed and damage, second attack. This one's probably the closest to something I like, but there's still a little bit more that I would want to do to it. So as an example, so one of the things I was looking up is how a few other games do it. Holocure is an example. We look at the wiki here. You'll see that, like, with Gura's trident, you get damage increase, then 1 extra stab, then reduce the time between attacks, then increase damage, then increase area, then a finalizing thing that rounds out the weapon. This is pretty consistent amongst how K does his things, and Vampire Survivors is a little bit more inconsistent in some regards, but it does have its own framework still. So that's what I'm trying to kind of write up here, is like I'm writing up, I want to make a framework where it's like, okay, so the first upgrade, like the level 2 of the ability should be increased damage. The level 3 of the ability should enable more damage under most situations. So area, more projectiles, that sort of stuff. So like with this one, this probably switches around, so the damage increases, the amount's less, but this has way more amount on this one. That's just kind of a general idea of what I wanted to do, so I'm gonna just start writing that down. Now, this isn't a hard, fast rule that every weapon will follow this scheme. Hey yo, it's the Baldur's Gate music. Okay, so I think that's a good framework idea for the general gist of how I want to kind of do levels. So like level 2 and 4 are the only times I just go, fuck it, I give you like +1 damage or whatever, right? Nice, simple answer there. God, my body is not prepared for water anymore. Spend too much time with other liquid substances. I'm gonna start setting a precedence for this. I know this is actually a little more annoying to work like this, but it works. Okay, now I'm not gonna go through and do that to every weapon right now. But what is this game all about? Also, hi. This game is a Vampire Survivors-like game that is based on the VTuber community and a bunch of the VTubers in it. At the moment, we've got quite a number of characters. Actually, it's easy to launch the game, isn't it? It is heavily inspired by Vampire Survivors, Soulstone Survivors, and surprise, surprise, yes, holocure. Why is that being so weird at the moment? There we go. These are the characters we've got so far, and I'm working on. These will be. There's actually currently an alpha release of this game, but it is in a bit of a patchy state. I think a link to it's in the description. There will be a patch for this in next month or so. Well, a bit longer than that, probably. I keep saying maybe end of next month is a good, guess. Nice Iron Mass, yeah. I'll be honest, she was the whole, philosophy around this. Is I wanted... When I played Vampire Survivors back when, it was, real early on, I was like, man, I want to make this game, but I can't think of quite what I want to do. I started thinking about, making one based around just Iron Mouse, specifically. And then holocure showed you could do multiple characters that style. And that really inspired me to kind of go, well, I'm just going to do a cast of characters. So yes, I do have Gura in here, and I know that immediately that does make the question of comparing it versus holocure. Keep in mind though, this is a game that more or less has been done by myself. The dopamine hit's different when playing Vampire Survivors. Yeah, it's an amazing, amazing game. That I genuinely, I still love the story behind it. And how that, it is programmed by a guy that just wanted to prove he could program non-gambling games, and ironically made one of the best, gambling-adjacent games I have ever seen, and it is just good. Oh. But yeah, no, gameplay is there. It's, again, a lot of, you can see that the UI is still in a bit of a dev state. And there is only basic audio in the game. This music is not in the game, it is just in the stream to mask the fact that there is no music. But yeah, no, this, outside of a couple of things, this project's pretty much done by me and only me. So yeah. It's honestly, I'm proud of where it's come from since February this year. But yes, outside of one or two things, the all the art as well has been done by me, which has honestly been the longest thing. So yeah, no, take that as you will. Yeah. Again, also some of the art is still very dev arty and stuff, and I do apologize for that, but what can you do when you're solo doing this and you're not a good artist? Like, was it K over at Holocure? He's actually a really, really good artist. So, it's no surprise that he does well with that stuff, but yeah, I'm not so good at that. Nor do I have the disposable income to just hire an artist, which is what I'd like to do at this point, honestly. Yeah, I gotta say, like, pixel art is definitely the correct way to go for this sort of yeah, no, I need to fix that. I don't understand what the fuck's going on there. Why that's not, like, pausing correctly. And then it just fires off correct. Oh, yeah. But we have all sorts of stuff like that. Most of this isn't fully functioning yet, though. And the menu has been a bit temperamental. There's a lot more to be implemented, like, I think I've talked a lot about it on streams so far. There's abilities for each of the characters that will be added, as well as, like, what is it, EXE and... Do I have it in here? No, I don't have it in here. I have some stuff around the place. Basically, there's going to be like ultimate abilities and assist abilities in the game as well. Very much like those ultimate and assists are based off of kind of like your fighter games. Your Street Fighter and such like that. Side-scroller beat 'em ups. Because I thought that'd be cool. Yeah, no, there's a lot that I need to get done still, though. But like Iron Mouse, I still love how Iron Mouse is one of the strongest characters in this game still to this day. I don't think that's ever going to truly change. Just because unless I rework her design completely. Because if you've ever played, again, a Vampire Survivors game, imagine if you had garlic, but like every time you healed, it increased how much damage garlic did for that next tick of damage. That's what the Iron Mouse weapon is. That makes you switch between two characters. No, let's see. It will stay the same when you change another character. All the upgrades you gain, pick them. That's interesting, but probably not feasible unless I do a lot of reworking. Because like because I think you're referring to stuff like was it I can think of like Shonen Jump game had that, right? We had like 3 characters you picked and they can assist each other, but they also switch, right? Would I want to implement that? No, I don't think I would want to, because I feel like that's very dangerous for how I want to approach a couple of things later on. Especially even at the moment, that's dangerous because of the stats. Because you can get stat ups that just increase your health or all that sort of stuff. I would need to start tracking that stuff in a weird way. That could potentially cause problems. Is pretty much where I result in saying towards it. I like the idea